before we get to the trades, I know we keep on pushing this back. Tom Brady, too. So he is now a partial owner of the Raiders.
Yeah.
And what was coming out yesterday is all the list of things that he can't do now. He like can't criticize the officials, can't like be super critical about the game. And Fox gave him like a 10-year deal for hundreds of millions of dollars to do that. Is
so annoying.
Is it genius by Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Tom Brady can now do the most like, oh, yeah, you know, that was a good throw.
Just like when he played, he gets to do whatever he wants and get away with it. Congrats, Tom. You're continuing your streak of being above the law. I saw Mark Davis try to like play it off too. He's like,
well, we traded Devonte Adams for Tom Brady.
First thing Tom Brady would have said is like, let's not trade Devonte Adams. He's like, why didn't you consult me before this was approved? My recommendation, let's not trade Devonte Adams. Actually, I think it's a good move for the Raiders. They were going to not have Devonte anyway, but
yeah, this is the least surprising thing.
Yeah.
And I think the best reaction was, because I have a few thoughts about this. One was that Jets fans were like, I don't care the amount that I should care for this acquisition because it seems like it's a little too late, like later in the season. And it's like, okay, I have a little bit more hope, but like, how is this going to fix the O-line? Appreciate you, Danny. And I am a little like hesitant because I don't know if this is going to solve their offense, but I will also say this doesn't impact my team anymore. I'm so excited to watch Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams again. And Davante Adams like appearing on Pat McAfee for a hot second. That man looks so damn happy. So damn happy to be out of Vegas right now and be back with Aaron Rodgers. It looks pretty happy.
Yeah. Thanks for supporting Danny. Do you think Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams bunked together?
Bunked?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they going to live with each other now?
Are they going to live with each other?
It depends if there's a Taco Bell there.
Ooh.
Davante Adams likes Taco Bell?
Yeah, it was very adorable when he came on the McAfee show.
He just looks so happy, man. And again, as a fan who is like, cool, my team's good. Like, Packers are doing well. We're rocking. And draft pick is not impacted by the Jets anymore. Let's rock. I get to see that. Like, dude, like when Aaron Rodgers threw a Hail Mary, I was like, hell yeah. Like, that's dope, man. Like, that was cool to see.
Yeah. I think Jets fans are also like, I swear to God, if this doesn't save our team, nothing will.
Yeah.
Like, they have to get to the playoffs now. They have to get to the playoffs, or everything they've done over the last 2 years is just a wash. It is just meaningless. Devonte already restructured his deal with them. He's saved a couple mil in cap space for this year. They added a couple voidable years to the end of his contract.
I think looking at the remainder of their schedule, it's very possible for them to go on a run.
The Jets going on a run, yeah, it's going to be like up and down to get there.
I just worry about their O-line.
Dude,
like
they're flawed. That's the problem.
Because looking at that Bills game, man, I mean, first of all, let's talk about the MVP in that game. 22 do you know how many offsetting penalties there were too? This just accepted. My man ref.
There were 30 penalties, I believe, in that game. Or over 30, 204 yards from penalties.
We tied our stream high from this year. We've had a couple games that are 22. Yeah.
The NFL officials got bailed out by the trades. Because had Devonte Adams not been traded the next day, everybody would still be ripping on the refs right now. Mm-hmm. So they got away with one, those officials.
That's right, because we're 10 steps ahead. MVP.
They had Aaron Rodgers calling them out. I was
they did.
God bless you, Aaron. I am back to defending you. I will defend Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season. Because he was like, these calls were terrible, including the roughing on me. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard a quarterback say that? No.
Because
Brady said it after he retired.
Yeah, you usually get fined for it, right?
You also whined like a little bee to the refs anytime he got touched.
It was that was a rough game. I mean, it was fun to watch, but good God, man, the constant interruption from officiating was horrible.
I feel like we have this conversation every year where,
oh no,
just firing your coach does not solve all your problems.
Yeah.
I hear it a lot in the Broncos streams right now, or last week. It was like, Let's fire Sean Payton. Sean's the problem. Fire him. I am off. I do not want to fire Sean Payton. The Broncos could lose the rest of the games this season. And I'd be like, I don't think we should fire Sean Payton yet. Give him some time. When you're a team and the thing you do not have is consistency, that is the thing you crave. For better or worse,
it's a problem.
Write it out. 4 years. For like a presidential term, I think a lot of head coaches deserve the same.
Mm-hmm.
There are exceptions.
Perna loves Pokemon.
The Urban Meyers, the Nate Dogg Hackett's.
Sure.
Right? Mike Williams, though, he got thrown under the bus by Aaron Rodgers, which was a real dick move by Rodgers. I saw Ryan Fitzpatrick talk about it.
Never,
I think, yeah, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. And it's like, that's one of those things where even if Mike Williams doesn't understand the route concept he should run in that situation, as the quarterback, as the leader of the team, you take the blame in the press conference, and then you deal with Mike behind closed doors on like, in this situation, you have to know this is what you need. So, I also saw Jeff Saturday say Rodgers threw a fluttery ball there that couldn't get there. And I was like, that was actually kind of true as well.
Well, did you see, because Rodgers talked about that on McAfee yesterday. He was talking about that exact thing of like throwing Mike Williams. It was asked much kinder, but he was asked about that, and he's like, well, I hold myself accountable. I'm the first one to talk about it in the press conference that I need to play better and stuff like that. And he's like, I just want to hold players accountable. So, like, I'm going to say that he ran the wrong route or he wasn't in the right area, which, like, yeah, there's value to that. But, like, that's also how Aaron, whether you like it or not, that's how Aaron Rodgers, runs. Yeah. He just won't throw the ball to you. And, throwing them under the bus in the press conference, I think is a little bit of a newer kind of thing. He usually just, like, hinted at it before.
I think if it's like your number one guy, right? If it's him talking about Devonte Adams, you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, like Adams got to know that. Adams can handle it. You're talking about a guy who has battled injuries, who's literally now on the trading block because of this. Like, I don't know. Maybe save that one. I kind of agree with Fitzmagic there. Yeah. But accountability, like they keep saying, like accountability. There's like one guy who says he's holding himself accountable, but like you still got it, but you're
there's
not.
Gonna be a lot of accountability after this season if the things don't go well for the Jets. I
just don't know exactly what I think you just mean we got to play better.
You got to play better. Well, that's the thing. They're just doubling down at this point, and they are trying to go all in terms of this is it. Because after this, they have an out for Devonte's contract. I know that they restructured, but they already added void years to it. They're going to have to make a ton of decisions at the end of the season. And that's if Rodgers even wants to come back and play. So, yeah, it kind of is Super Bowl or bust. And right now, the Jets, from what we've seen, and not saying things could get better, but still look at that O-line and look at the defense, too, and especially the run D. You do have to wonder, are they a Super Bowl contending team right now? And from what I've seen the first 6 weeks, it does not look like it. Because it just it seems like they could be a very solid team, very good team. And with Devonte, I think they're going to get better. Can it mask their deficiencies? For example, like in 2022 for the Packers, like when Rodgers came back and Devonte didn't, it was very evident that team was not ready to compete. Rodgers, again, can hide a lot of things, but not going to be there. If they have Devonte, where you're just going to force the ball to Devonte, again, it's going to hide a lot of things. You could get some magic out of it, but there's still holes on that squad there.
Sure.